So in this video, I am going to explain when to use machine learning approach. In the previous video, we discussed there are two different approaches are there towards software development. The first one is called as algorithmic approach and second one is called as the data driven approach. The three most important elements in the algorithmic approach are program, input data, and output data. Whereas the most important elements in the data driven or machine learning approach are dependent variable, independent variable, training dataset, test dataset, and model. I explained both approaches by taking into one common example, that is of finding current passing through a register, which is nothing but the Ohm's law. This example may create an impression that both approaches by using both approaches we can solve any software solution, or we can design any application. But that is not the case. There are certain situations in which algorithmic approach is the most appropriate, and there are certain situations in which data driven or machine learning approach is the most appropriate one. In this video, what I am going to do is that I am giving you examples in which two examples in which algorithmic approach is the most appropriate one, and in another example the data driven approach is the most appropriate approach for devising a software based solution. So let us first take the example of transforming grades, transforming marks into grades for illustrating the situation in which algorithmic approach is the most appropriate one. Now, see, this is a typical case in our university adopts absolute grading. It means that if a student gets marks in the range of uh, 90 to 100, then he or she is awarded with excellent grade. If a student gets marks in the range in between 80 to 90, he or she is awarded with the grade AA. Similarly, if the student gets marks in the range between 40 to 50, CC grade is awarded. If a student gets marks in between 0 to 40, unfortunately, the FF grade is awarded. This kind of table is called as the decision table, and we can implement such kinds of decision table with the help of programs like this. Please note here that this decision table is implemented with the help of many conditional statements, like if marks is greater than or equal to 90, then grade equal to X. This statement is called as the conditional statement, and this is called as the clause of the conditional statement. Similarly, this is the clause of the conditional statement and this is the condition statement. So such kinds of decision table can be implemented with the help of such different conditional rules, against in which there are some conditions are there which implements the rules, and there are certain clauses are there which implements the actions. So rules and the actions are there. Here are the two most important parts in this program. So this is the case in which we best illustrates the application of the algorithmic approach. Now let us take another example where we are going to use the machine learning or the data driven approach is the most appropriate one. Here what I am going to, in this example is about predicting the employability of college students. By what does it mean by employability? I mean that if a student gets job through campus recruitment drive, then he or she is employable one. Otherwise, he or she is not employable during the 4-year duration of the course. And here I have taken certain observations how which students get the employment during the first during the campus recruitment drive, and which students are failed to get the job during the campus recruitment drive. This problem I am calling it as the predicting the employability of a college student. Now, this table illustrates a certain observation that I recorded during last 1 or 2 years. Here I have considered three factors for deciding about the employability of a students. These factors I am calling it as a CGPA of a students, then communication skills of the students, and then programming aptitude, which I am recording as a very high, and no, like that. And if the student is the employable, means he or she gets the job during the through the campus recruitment drive, I am saying it as the yes. If he or she fails to get a job, then I am saying it as the no. So this is the observation that I recorded during last semester. So these are the some typical names of the students like Amit, Anita, Babita, Bankar, Chaitali, Chaitanya, and Tanu. Kindly note there are three particular cases that I have highlighted here. These three factors I am calling it as the academic profile of the students, like CGPA, communication skill, and the programming aptitude. If you observe the academic profile of these three students, Anita, Chaitanya, and Danu, they have the same academic profile. Like for example, Anita's CGPA is very high, communication skill is high, programming aptitude is that much not good or no. For Chaitanya also similar, very high, high, and no. Then for Dhanu also the academic profile is same, very high, very high, very high, 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 high. Then no, no, and no. This academic profile of these three students is the same. But if you interesting case happens here is that Anita and Chaitanya were successful in getting job through campus recruitment drive, whereas unfortunately Danu fails to get the job during the campus recruitment drive. Then if such things happens that they both satisfy two conditions here, but their clause, if we tries to implement this decision table in the form of a if then kind of statements, then their clause, the action is a different one, even though they satisfy the same condition. These three students satisfy the same condition of very high, high, no, but their clauses are action part are no. For here it is yes, and for here it is no. So there is some uncertainty about the action is present in this case, and such kinds of situations are very difficult to implement in the form of program where the condition satisfied is the same, but the clause or the action part is the different one. Then in such cases, the machine learning approach or the data driven approach is the most appropriate one. Now, the data-driven approach or the machine learning approach is used when the relationship between the dependent and the independent variable is not known or difficult to express, or it is uncertain. In our previous case, the dependent variable was the employability. Employability depends upon what factor? CGPA, communication skill, programming aptitude. So these are some of the independent variable upon which the dependent variable employability is the depend. In this case, the employability we cannot express clearly in terms of these three independent variable, and that's why the machine learning approach is suitable to adopt in such situations. Now these are some of the additional situations where we can adopt machine learning approach. The first situation here is the age prediction, in which the age of a person may depends upon the texture of the screen, color of the hair, then spark in the eyes. These are some of the factors upon which you can determine the age. But it is very difficult to explain the relationship between these factors and the age. Then another situation in which you can apply the for object recognition. This is one particular case of the object recognition. This is the Indian. This picture represents the busy Indian road on which there are pedestrians and the vehicles are present, you need to recognize which object is the pedestrian and which object is the vehicle. Such kinds of applications are needed for automatic driving vehicles. Then the third example is face recognition. Here we have seen two different persons and you need to identify who is who. Then these kinds of applications are implemented in the social networking apps like the Facebook. They can automatically identify the name of the person that is present in a particular picture. So these are some of the situations where you can apply the machine learning algorithm. The second case when which you can apply the second condition that needs to be satisfied in order to apply the machine learning approach is that the training data set is the most important requirement in order to build a machine learning model. And if this condition is satisfied, then you can implement the machine learning based solution when the accurate and the validated training data set is available. Then the third condition that needs to be satisfied in order to deploy a machine learning based solution is that it must be ethically permissible. There are certain application domain in which uh, deploying the machine learning based solution has some serious consequences, such as medicine or law, crime profiling, or the predictive policing. These are some of the applications you need to take. These are some of the application domain in which you need to take permissions from the authority in order to deploy the machine learning based solutions. Thank you.